Things to do in Princeton. Hello, guys. Welcome to my YouTube channel. Travel the world. If you want to visit any other country in the next video, then tell us in the comments. Also, don't forget to subscribe to my channel. Without further ado, let's begin the video. Princeton, New Jersey, is recognized for its prestigious Ivy League university, but it has a lot more to offer visitors than just academic programs and student clubs. Its lovely streets are ideal for romantic nighttime strolls with friends or a significant other. While the activities that most people think of when they think of this town are absolutely enjoyable and totally achievable, this tiny central NJ town is packed of amazing attractions, restaurants, and museums that will keep you and your family entertained and active for the entire day. Browse through the unique boutique stores, stroll around Palmer Square. Watch a sporting event at one of the local colleges or universities, at Cure Insurance Arena or at Waterfront Park. Explore the rolling countryside, bike a canal or river path, a park or woods. Purchase vegetables from a genuine farmer's market. Antiques can be found in adjacent Hopewell and New Hope, as well as the Lambertville flea markets. Enjoy delicious food, thought-provoking theater, or upbeat music. When you visit the Princeton-Mercer region, you can do it all. Don't miss out on these great things to do in Princeton, including family-friendly activities. Nassau Hall. Nassau Hall was constructed in 1756 to house the College of New Jersey. It was built on land granted by Nathaniel Fitz Randolph, after whom the university's Fitz-Randolph Gate is called. It is the biggest stone building in the American colonies. Governor Jonathan Belcher suggested the name Nassau Hall in honor of King William III, who was a branch of the Great House of Nassau. Nassau Hall was damaged by the occupying troops of both armies during the American Revolution, when Princeton's campus became a battleground. On January 3, 1777, the Battle of Princeton, link is external, was a watershed moment in the conflict when the British troops inside Nassau Hall surrendered to General George Washington. From June to November 1783, the edifice served as the nation's capital, housing the Continental Congress. The news of the peace accord with Great Britain was delivered to Nassau Hall. Palmer Square. Palmer area is a public square and planned development in the middle of Princeton, New Jersey, across from Nassau Street and Princeton University, that now houses stores, restaurants, offices, and residential units. Palmer Square has evolved into Princeton's principal dining and shopping center. Seasonal events are held on the green throughout the year. Palmer Square now features a collection of houses, effectively completing Edgar Palmer's original idea. The residences at Palmer Square are a collection of single-level condominium flats and multi-story townhomes located on Paul Robeson Place between Chambers and Witherspoon Streets. With new elevations that complement the brick, Federal-style exteriors and colonial-era structures of the local Palmer Square setting, Lambertville, NJ-based Minnow and Wasco architects and planners emulated Thomas Stapleton's original colonial revival style. The residences were designed over a 3-year period, with major assistance from the Princeton Regional Planning Board on the exterior design. Firestone Library. Since its inception, Princeton's library has grown from a collection of 474 volumes in one room of Nassau Hall to over 11 million holdings spread across 12 buildings on campus. The Harvey S. Firestone Memorial Library, one of the largest OpenStack libraries in the world, serves as the major library on campus and is responsible for the humanities and social sciences. The autographed manuscript of F. Scott Fitzgerald's The Great Gatsby and the papers of Nobel laureates Toni Morrison and Mario Vargas Llosa are among the treasures housed in special collections. The Ellen and Leonard Milberg Gallery, located in the Firestone Library foyer and open to the public, highlights the library's collections while also drawing on complementary collections from campus partners and organizations. First Campus Center. Princeton University's First Campus Center is a hub of social activity. The previous Palmer Physics Lab and a new expansion erected in 2001 make up the Campus Center. It was endowed with funds from the Frist family's riches in the private hospital industry. The structure is a modern extension to the original collegiate Gothic Palmer Hall, designed by Venturi, Scott Brown and Associates, the firm of famed architects Robert Venturi, a Princeton alumnus, and Denise Scott Brown. The new building volume stretches across the open side of the original C-shaped structure to create a new east facade, filling in the courtyard. James Bradbury Architects completed substantial improvements on the 100 level in 2008 and 2009. Room 302 is a lecture hall that has been restored to its original state, as it was when Albert Einstein lectured there. This structure has also been utilized in the television series House for outside shots of the fictitious Princeton Plainsboro Teaching Hospital. The Chapel. The massive and magnificent University Chapel, the world's third biggest collegiate chapel, exemplifies Princeton's religious legacy. The chapel, which was built while students were still compelled to attend Sunday services, is now the spiritual heart of many denominations on campus, fulfilling its public goal in an increasingly heterogeneous community. The chapel's conventional cruciform design is oriented east-west, echoing the architectural style of medieval English cathedrals. The idea of Fides et ratio, the interdependence of faith and reason in the contemplation of God, is reflected in ornate brickwork, woodwork, tapestry, and stained glass within the collegiate Gothic architecture. Academic life and other religions are intertwined with Christian iconography. Highlights include scenes of vice, virtue, and Bible stories over nearly every portal, stained glass depictions of Christian figures, Greek philosophers, and modern secular saints lining the 74-foot nave, the massive organ above the elaborately carved pews of the chancel, and the great vitrines fronting the north, south, east, and west facades, respectively, celebrating endurance, teaching, love, and the second coming of Christ. Engineering Quad. The School of Engineering and Applied Science is housed in 5 buildings. Tau Beta Pi, the engineering honor organization, gives tours of the E-Quad, and there is a self-guided tour handout outside room C205. Several sculptures can be found in the E-Quad's garden-like courtyard. Bowen Hall, the computer science building, which connects to the Friend Center, and Sherrard Hall, are all part of the engineering school. The E-Main Quad's entrance is located at the corner of Olden and William Streets. Entering Princeton Engineering rather than a street location in Apple or Google Maps is more effective. Take Washington Road toward Princeton from US 1. Cross the lake and turn right on Prospect Ave at the light. Lewis A. Simpson International Building. With the opening of the Lewis A. Simpson International Building at 20 Washington Road, Princeton University's international projects have a new home. Simpson, a graduate of Princeton's graduate school in 1960, and his wife, Kimberly K. Query, made a gift to help fund the new building, which houses the Princeton Institute for International and Regional Studies, the Catherine W. and Shelby Cullen Davis 30 International Center, the Council for International Teaching and Research, the Office of International Programs, Princeton in Asia, and Princeton in Africa. The Lewis A. Simpson International Building was designed by Toronto-based Koowarra Payne McKenna Bloomberg Architects, a group known for adapting historic buildings for modern applications. It has been praised for its stunning design, which includes a unique floor installation. The design won the 2017 Society of Typographic Arts 100 Award for its work, which was created by Isometric Studio, a graphic design and identity consultant in New York City. Fountain of Freedom. Don't forget to visit Fountain of Freedom opposite Woodrow Wilson School. My 2-year daughter loved that fountain and 6 to 12-inch water around. Great place to relax, let your kids play and read something of your interest. Scudder Plaza may be the most relaxing spot on campus. You can catch the cooling spray from James Fitzgerald's monumental sculpture, Fountain of Freedom, or be soothed by the sounds of its cascading water. At 23 feet high, Fountain of Freedom is one of the largest cast bronze sculptures in the U.S., inspired by the rugged beauty of the artist's native Pacific Northwest. The grooves, channels, and spires of the 6-ton sculpture, reminiscent of naturally eroded forms, are meant to symbolize Woodrow Wilson's aspirations and frustrations. Fitzgerald began his career as a painter, first studying with the great Mexican muralist José Clemente Orozco, and then working on WPA-funded murals throughout the U.S., including in New York, where he lived briefly with Jackson Pollock. After studying at Yale's School of Architecture, Fitzgerald returned west, where he began making monumental sculpture. There are 5 public fountains designed by Fitzgerald in Seattle, including one for the IBM building designed by Minoru Yamasaki, the architect of the Woodrow Wilson School. Do visit these places if you ever go to Princeton. You will have a great time there. That's all for today's video. Thanks for watching.